Welcome to Overgo World, making your life better through tech, vacations and other great things. Remember to subscribe so that you don't miss out on our latest videos. Okay, so we've got this all set up now. I am just going to give you just a bit of a flavour of the sort of graphics on this in terms of the gameplay. So if you go into Armory Crate, which is over here, and then you can, so I've already played with Overwatch. One of the important things to bear in mind, and I'll show you some of the graphics on Overwatch, is that if you launch it, and we've got a separate video showing how to sort of install Overwatch and a bit more of the gameplay to show you the graphics. It's important that when you initially launch it, you then quit out of it and come back into the Armory Crate of Asus system, which is using this button, and it will appear here. The reason why that's important is when you then click on it, it will have the right configuration for all the controllers, while if you go on it direct from the desktop, it won't have that. So let me just show you what I mean. So if I minimize that, I've got Overwatch installed as an icon. If I click onto that first time play and you go into the game, it'll launch the game, but you'll find that none of these controllers are actually doing what you actually want it to do. So there'll be some slight controls, but it won't map up to what you're used to on, for example, a PlayStation or Xbox. But if you quit out of it and then you press the Armory Crate button here, it'll be here, and when you click on it, it'll ask you which mode you want to use, and there is a sort of a game console type mode on it for the config. And when you then go into it, all of the controls will be fully set up, just like, so we use the PlayStation, it will be set up with the sort of PlayStation controls, or I'm assuming the Xbox ones are quite similar as well. But just to sort of let you know the choice on this, that when you actually purchase this at the moment, you are getting a 3-month Ultimate Pass with sort of Xbox. So if I click into that, and just to give you a flavour, so just going to double click that, so it will give you a flavour of the amount of games you've sort of got here. So if I just click on all PC games here, you can see 437 results there. If I just sort by, let's see, recently added to Game Pass, so you can sort of see, you know, the kinds of games which have sort of been recently added. You got, you know, some big names like FIFA 23, obviously there, Mass Effect. So, you know, you've got some of those kind of games, Civilization, which you'll have heard of, in this. So there's, you know, Age of Empires is there as well. I'm just sort of flicking through. Injustice 2's there, Mortal Kombat 11's there. So you've got lots of games there. You can click on those, you can download those. If you're interested in us actually showing you what the graphics are like on some of these games, please let us know in the comment section, and if we get time, we'll do a separate video on that. Because I know for some people, they will want to be playing certain of their favorite games on the move. So for us, the Overwatch one was, you know, key, because you know, we sort of play that quite a lot in our household, so we want to know what the graphics were like on that. So if there's any of these games which you think actually it'd be useful just to see what the gameplay is like, what the graphics are like, how responsive it is, please let us know in the comment section below. So if I just go out of this now, I am now going to go back into Armory Crate, and I'm going to just click on Overwatch there and just double click that. As you can see, it's loading up now. You can hear the audio coming there. As you can see, that's those of you who have played Overwatch on either platforms, you'll be quite familiar with that opening screen. You saw the opening animations, really crisp, really sharp. So one of the key things with this compared with some of the other sort of handheld consoles is you're getting a display which is very much like what you're used to and seeing on the consoles. It isn't a sort of downgraded display like you might find on Switch or something else. This is, you know, just console quality display on there. If I just click on play on here, and I'm just gonna go into, say, training on here. I can just go on the practice range there. I'll just click on one of the characters. So we've got Junkrat here. So again, the good thing about this is you've got, you know, the controls over here if you want to choose, but this is all touch, so you can just sort of click things as well, like I did with Junkrat there, and select that, click on continue, and I'm going there. So immediately these controls are mapped, so when I push on that and it moves straight away. As I say, if you go direct into the application rather than coming through Armory Crate when you're going to be playing this, you'll find that when you try to move forward, it won't actually move forward. So it's really important, then you launch it, then you quit out of it, then you launch it from Armory Crate, and then it'll ask you for, I think it's called sort of something like game console mode or something for the displays, for the controls, and then it'll have all the controls mapped on. So it's got, as you'll see when I do that, it's got the things where you can sort of paint. Those of you who've played Overwatch will know that's one of the features. If you want to sort of paint a picture up on the wall, and then you can sort of select things like that using the other controller. So, you know, that's already there. If I go through, you can again move the display, you know, the actual standing in one place, move around again, exactly like the console version of that. I move forward, I want to sort of shoot on these robots. If I press the trigger button here, sorry, that was R1, that's launching his trap. If I press R2, as you can see, it fires his weapons. If I go here and press L1, it puts his mine down. I press L2, it fires that. So what I'm going to just do is just get his power up. As you can see, it's got 33 there at the moment. So I'm trying to keep this on the desk, so it's a bit more difficult to sort of play, because I normally have it in my hand, but I just want to make sure you can see the sort of game display. So if I just carry on just sort of showing you this, as you can see, moving around, really easy. If I want to sort of jump, tap the key there, jumps. If I want to crouch, that's crouched. So again, that maps right, you know, very similar to the things you have on the PlayStation and Xbox. So I'm just going to sort of get this up to, so if I put in some mines there, blow them up, you can see the animation. There's no freezing, there's no, you know, there's no lag. You know, I can move around. So, you know, that's working really well there. 96%, so I'm almost on the power up. So let's just get it to, you know, let's get it right. So now you can see I've got the power up there, and I am just going to sort of launch that. So, and there you go. So, you know, you've got all of that, those sort of power ups and the controls, very much like you'd have in the normal game. So that's sort of showing this in sort of practice mode. Hopefully that gives you a bit of a feel for, you know, how crisp the graphics are, how easy it is to move around, the fact that you've got this sort of mapping. It's, you know, it's got all that thing that you'd have on the PlayStation where you press it and then launch in the air. You know, great game here. You know, it doesn't miss a beat basically when you're going. You've got great display, and as you can see, no lag, just really good crisp display, crisp date, console quality. Audio's great, you can hear that audio coming through. You've got the volume controls like I showed earlier on, if you want to increase the volumes as well. So if you want to see more game display of this, we've done a separate video of actual gameplay rather than being in the practice mode for Overwatch, where we've selected a few characters. So please feel free to check that video out as well. We hope you enjoyed watching this, so please feel free to hit the like button and remember to subscribe for great upcoming videos. Thank you and see you next time.